Okay, everybody, it's late Monday. Well, not late, but late for me because I'm usually in bed sleeping by now due to my early rise for work, but I did want to do a quick update video. I was kind of bored today and wasn't feeling all that great, so I just kind of sat around and watched some videos, but this girl did finally pass. She was acting weird for days. I don't know what she was doing. I told you, I think in the last video that I did, that I thought she was molting because she flipped over and then she flipped back and then she flipped over and she was all over the place. Well, this morning, this is how I found her. So she did, I don't even know if she attempted to drink water out of the dish. I did spray down the web, but it was just her time. And, it's unfortunate. This is the Pteranachilus caudatus. This is probably my favorite Pteranachilus species. So I'm probably going to look for a sling again. Because I did really want to get one of these, grown up. So I might pick up one or two slings of these. I have the 3 Moranus. I have 2 Lugardi, so maybe picking up 2 of these as little slings would. I think I'm going to, because I really, really did enjoy this. This is probably in my top 10 old world species, probably even in my top 5. Great coloring, and she was pretty laid back for a Pteranachilus. She was pretty laid back. Never had any threat postures. Did have a little incident with her in a rehousing where her leg got caught, and that was my fault. Tore it off, but she recovered pretty quickly. Molted about 2 weeks after the injury. Regenerated a leg, of course, skinny, and then the next molt after that she was perfectly fine, which would be the molt that she would be prior to this one right here. So something happened. I'm not really quite sure. She hadn't eaten in a long time, which was not abnormal for her. But yeah, so we did have we suffered a kind of blow, and it just sucks. I hate losing them, especially some of the ones that are, more favorite ones of yours, and especially if you only have one of them. So, yeah, I'll just update just a few quick things. Let me move her out of the way. And here is this little guy still hanging on, thankfully. This is the mature male C. aurea, or C. Bertae. This is my friend Sam Kakas. She sent it to me a while ago. We tried pairing him. Female didn't want anything to do with it. I thought she'd killed him, but he pulled through. He's still hanging in there. Ate a small cricket the other day. This is how he acts. He curls up all the time, but he's not sick. He's fine. He runs around this little enclosure, and he likes it wet. I wet this down now after I got him out here. We'll refill his water dish, and we'll spray this whole side down, and this is where he'll stay. He likes it wet. So my female ate again yesterday, so he will go in with her probably not tomorrow night, but Wednesday night. That's what it sounds like. At least that's what the plan is for now. Okay, so that's one little thing. Let me get down the other quick male, which is Mike Farless's Faunopelma chalcodes male. He's still kicking big time. He's a wanderer. Hold on a second. Okay, so here's Mojave, and you can tell he's been kicking hairs. I don't know why. He hates his water dish, but he's still doing great. He's due to try. I'm gonna try and feed him here in a couple of days. He's still wandering like crazy. I may repair him with the female one more time just to be sure. I just don't want her to attack him. They coupled 4 times last time, and I'm pretty sure that we probably had success. So we may look for another female for him, and I think I know someone that has one. It depends on if he wants to give the chalcodes a shot at breeding, but because they are a little bit more difficult. Some of these species are more than just throwing 2 spiders together. It's conditioning them. They're seasonal. So when you have seasonal breeders, you kind of have to simulate some of those seasons for them, whether it's cooling them down and heating them up and wetting them down or whatever it may be, and getting those right. She's on a heat up right now, and she's on her last day of being wetted. I don't mess with her other than I take the lid off, I spray her down, and I put the lid right back on. So I don't really want to mess with her, because I already messed with her once today. I'm trying to keep her calm. And once this cool down, or warm up and raining, I guess you could call it, so you're going to get a little bit of a quick wet season for her, I'm going to catch cup her, take her out, add a bunch of substrate to her enclosure to give her more of a secure feeling area. Not that she needs to dig, because her hide is already angled down, so I'm just going to kind of pretty much bury that and give her an extra couple inches of substrate in her enclosure, and remove a few things that are in there that really don't need to be in there. They were just in there for more decoration, but now that she has been paired, I want to eliminate some of that excess stuff inside there. So yeah, Mojave's doing good, Mike. I don't know why he's kicking though, to be honest with you. He settled down after the pairing, and then the last week or so he's been going crazy again. He's not built another sperm web, at least not that I've seen anyway. So okay, let's move on to another update. Okay, so here's the Avicularia morph type 6, hobby form Metallica, I guess you would, if you still want to call it that. You could see how off the abdomen is. It's dark, should be molting anytime soon. I really, really think this is a male. I'm not 100% positive because I haven't got an extremely great ventral shot out of it, but it sure does seem to look male to me. So I'm hoping that he doesn't mature, because I don't think my female's ready. Probably another molt or two for her before she'll be ready, so I would say another year. So I'm kind of hoping that we get a molt out of this guy. If he is a male, he doesn't actually mature, but he is already a decent sized spider, a good 4 inches. But you can see how dark his abdomen is, and that's how I got him. So hopefully we'll see a molt out of this one soon. So we're gonna, let's see, I'm not gonna feed him because he sure doesn't need to be fed, but I am getting a camera, looks like tomorrow. It's a smart camera, I guess. It's a Samsung, so it's a digital camera. I'll probably start doing some videoing on that and playing around with it, see how it works, and then of course taking some pictures. This way I don't have to use the family camera and then keep switching everything out. I could just have it set up the way I want it and not have to worry about it. I'm getting it for a steal, really. I think anyway. It's been hardly used. It's got, of course, the battery. I'm going to put some water in there, and you're going to see him go down because I would imagine he likes water. He's water fiend, this one. There he goes. I was actually pretty surprised. Almost every time I fill up his water, he goes down there and drinks some. So that's new, the camera. And then I've been talking to Peyton from Peyton's Tarantulas. I'm going to be, looks like I'll be selling her some stuff. We're going to alleviate some of the collection. Looks like the Pamphobedius platyoma, the Aphonopelma seemani, the Phormictopus cancerides, Brachypelma vagans, Brachypelma albopilosum. I think there was another one in there. I can't remember. There was a handful total. We'll try to get down below. Well, I mean, with the new arrivals coming this week, the little communal that's coming in. Well, take me back up again, but excuse me. With the Chordatus passing, I think it takes me down to 128. And then I also sent some stuff to Trey Beck today. Most of you guys, I'm sure, this part of the video is not very interesting. We'll take a look at this guy instead. How about that? because he's more visible. Brachypoma bomi. This dude's nuts. Yeah, so I did send some stuff to Aiviq. I forgot to send him one of the spiders I was supposed to, though. That's just a mistake on my part. But I sent him something for his wife, and then a few things for him, and then 5 of the assassin bug nymphs. And then I will be sending out 8 of those nymphs to Tom Moran soon. And I just got done watching, like I said, I've been just watching a few videos, his and Mike's videos on from Casey Tarantulas about the, you should have this in your collection videos. It was a kind of interesting concept, and Mike did a really, really good job of his, and I agree with both of them, because I have I have the Phormictopus cancerides, and I have 3 of the Davus peniloris, so I highly recommend that both of you get one of them, if not a couple. Matter of fact, oh, here's the GPV. Down here is actually one of the Davus peniloris. I'm just not sure where. There he is, right there. So I was talking to Tom, and I watched his top 10 New World species. So I decided that that's going to be my next little project. After this one is my top 10 species, and my top 10 species, New World species. And they're going to be a tad bit different than what Tom's is. And I think it would be cool if a bunch of us did that, just to see what everybody's top 10 is. And I would venture to say that you probably should have them in your collection, have them in your top 10. But mine's going to be a little different, and I'm really having a hard time chiseling it down to 10. It really is difficult to do because there's so many New World species that I like, and I just love the Brachypoma. So there's, again, I'm filming nothing as I'm looking at everything else, trying to gather in my head all these New World species that I want to put in this video. But yeah, look for that in the next few days. It won't be anything like everybody else's, because I don't have and so I don't have a video editing program that I can do all the stuff that they do easily. I'm working on that. It's a little bit at a time I have to do. The camera's a big step. A light and another tripod will be a big step, and then getting the program that I want to use to do video editing, that my daughter can use to help me do some video editing, and then of course some of the stuff for my son to do to help do logos and just different odds and ends things. He did a design for a t-shirt for his high school. It was a contest, and he actually won. So his design logo for the t-shirt's going to be on the next batch of t-shirts that are being sold at the student store, which was pretty cool. He was pretty excited about that. So I'm looking forward to, we're designing the logo little by little. I have a pretty good idea of what I want. It's just now a matter of getting that in his hands and him being able to develop that at school, because again, we don't have that program here. Here are, let's see if they're out. No, of course not. Why would they be? Hold on one second here. I'm trying to one-hand everything. Put him or her over here. I fed the Balfouri communal today. There's 3 of the crickets. There were 4 crickets total because there's 4 spiders total. I'm at the point where I'm only seeing 2 at a time now. This one here, as you can see, looks like it's just molted. You can see the underneath how translucent the legs are right there versus that guy. This is the one I believe that molted last. This one has got the skinny tiny little abdomen. The other 2 are back in there. Every now and then if I'm looking I could see some movement back in there, so I know they're all 4 here. It's just I'm not seeing all 4 of them at a time right now. And I've only ever seen one actually come out and grab something. So this one here was out up there earlier checking out the crickets, but decided he didn't really want to eat it and went back into its home. So everybody else is doing good that I can see. I do have to do some checks. You can see Bantu is out right there. It's hard to tell. There she is right there. The OBT. And that is this is the Formictopus. Yeah, Formictopus. This is the Pamphibedia. So it's probably going to go to Payton's tarantulas. Heterothelly Velocella. Gramstol pulchra, that molted's doing well. There is my oh, she's my movie star. This one here. That's the that's Chaos. There's the suspected male Heteroscogia maculata, and there's Ovi. Yeah, so things are going well. It's been a slow few days for me. It's been hectic at work. I worked all weekend. It was a very, very rough weekend, and I didn't really want to get into doing any videoing. I do have some clips of that guy there, the Damon diadema, the Ephibophus murinus. I do need to feed. There's Arkham. You can see we're really starting to get some webbing going. Of course, we're webbed to the lid. Why wouldn't we be? And most of our webbing, you can see it's starting to incorporate some of the sand and some of the substrate down there. Still no digging. We do have that little area, not right there, but right, it's actually kind of hard to see because the spider's blocking it. Right back there that she goes in, right there, that little hole right there. She will go in there underneath that log. But, so I'm expecting, I'm hoping that my delivery for the communal stuff will come in Thursday. You should be mailing them out tomorrow. I sent my stuff to trade today, and it'll be there Wednesday. 2-day air, FedEx, and ooh, let me show you something. I forgot. Real quick, hold on. So, somebody posted these on Tarantula Keepers, I believe, as some new enclosures that they found, and these they were found at the Christmas tree shop. I don't know if that store is cross country. I really don't know a lot about it. I know we've had it here for, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 years, because we always end up buying 1 or 2 things there for the kids for Christmas. It's just I don't even know. They have a lot of different decorations and stuff like that for holidays. They have a lot of off-brand stuff, some just a bunch of different odds and ends things. They have crafts, they have paintings, they have all kinds of different stuff. It's not a big store, but big enough. Anyway, these are decent sized enclosures, really, to be honest with you. Let's measure it. I didn't measure it the other day, but so you could see you got 8.5 inches, almost 9 inches to the lid. So you're working with about 8 inches of space, and they are 8 inches by, you're looking at 3.5 inches wide. So these are great for, juveniles, probably even some small adults, like a Tapenikinius VLO would be perfect in here as all the way through its life. I picked up 2 of these. They're $4.99 a piece, and this is another style. You can see the different ones that they have here. Tall, skinny ones, which is this one here, and then they have the smaller ones, which I think this one might be this one. I didn't see this one or these longer ones like this or this one, but I do think I did see these 2 there. Well, actually, that one's pretty much the same as those 2, aren't they? Yeah. I think it was this one. Well, I don't know. I don't know which one's which, to be honest with you. I think maybe that one's the chip one, or that one. I don't know. Anyway, those are the ones that they are. But they're $4.99 a piece, any of them. So I got 2 of these. I got 1 of these. We'll try and set something up. I think this is going to be the Avicularia soritoma. That we're going to put her in here. I'm pretty much set on that, and I have another one of these, so I will be able to put somebody else in there, and I'm just not quite sure who, but it'll be somebody out of those. Possibly we may move the Damon diadema. That could be a possibility too, because this enclosure there will be for the Salmopaeus armenia, which is in that enclosure right there. So I do have a couple of spiders in pre-molt. The Brachypelma albopilosum nicaraguan. We're not sure what that is yet, but it's down in its burrow and it's not eating. So I'm assuming that within the next month and a half, we should get a molt out of that guy or girl. I know some people are hoping for a boy. I really would rather have a girl. But yeah, so all these little tiny dudes still have to go into those enclosures I showed you the other day. My bedroom is a mess. For those of you that have spider rooms and you get messy spider rooms, imagine having your spider room and all your equipment in your bedroom. These little dudes here. So these are going to be done, and those guys are all going to go in them. Yeah, here's the Fimbriatus. So this was the enclosure I was kind of excited about the other day when I put it together. You could see what this one's done. It's webbed a little bit. It's been busy. It's webbed back there. It's webbed underneath here. It went in its hole right there. So it's taken to this pretty well. We're going to do a spray down and a feeding of this one this weekend, as well as this one here, which is the Gang Kraken. And let me show you. These are some of the ones that I rehoused the other day, and well, not you didn't see the rehousing video, but these are the ones that were moved, and you can see the brown butt right there of the Chelobrachys species Gang Kraken. So yeah, we're doing good. Things are moving along well. I would say by the end of this month, everybody should be in their winter enclosures, so there won't be any need to rehouse anybody, other than we're going to try and move into all clear acrylic enclosures, stuff like these, the softball containers, the mini football helmet containers, whatever it may be. I'd like to get away from some of these, except for that Cambridge eye staying in there because that setup is just too cool for me to take it out. But I'm trying to get away from those enclosures. I don't mind the Systemas. Those ones aren't too bad because when you shine a light on top of them, you can get some decent pictures. But so, yeah, this is not a quick update. This is a long-winded Eerie Arachnids, Dave talking all the time video. I started popping some fangs into this thing, so when the bigger spiders are molting, I'm putting some fangs in there. I'm taking some pictures of some stuff. You can see you can see it, little dot right there is Pteranochelys lugardi. One of them's a feisty, crazy eater. The other one runs away from everything. So, and this dude, here's another one that's in pre-molt. The Ornithoctone. I always want to call them Orphanicaeus, but it's the Ornithoctone species Laos. And I don't want to move everybody right now, but we'll do an update video on the Orphanaceus philippinus. You can see the webbing that it's done. It's probably, I'm assuming it's buried itself now, because I don't see it. Oh, wait. Did I just see some orange legs? Maybe I was seeing things. Nope, right there. There's the spider right there. Yeah, it's moving away. Okay, so, yeah, I'm sorry for having you have to listen to a bunch of nonsense, but I thought you guys would like these enclosures, and the unfortunate passing of my Pteranochelys caudatus, and we're gonna do. I have some other things planned too. Once everything's settled, once I get these the new communal in and whatever I'm doing with the spiders for Payton, once all that's done, then I'll do a tarantula tour video. So I will bring everybody down, and hopefully you'll be able to see them one by one. This is the last one we need to get out of this deli cup, though. Desperately want to get this one out of deli cup, and there's its enclosure sitting right on top of it. That's a Brachypelma vagans right there. So we'll probably be moving another of the babies out, which will just leave me, I think, with one of the original ones that I had from Vlad from my mail. So I hope everybody enjoyed this for what it's worth. I know some of you like to listen to me talk, but sometimes I wonder what I'm actually saying, or I'm just going to continue to run on and run on and run on because I like to talk to people. But so yep, we'll see everybody soon with a top 10 new world species video, and have a great day.